Hello, it's Kate here, mynaturalhappiness.com, creator of the Seeds of Change program to help you go from hamster wheel to happiness. I hope that you're well and I hope you've had the most amazing week. I'm here with my goddess again. And last week in the Hump Day Happiness video, I talked about living in alignment with your priorities. And I also mentioned that I prefer to pole with a spotter, and they just in case I fell, and actually invariably when I'm with a spotter, they rarely they do hold and they do support, and sometimes they don't hold and they don't support, and I always achieve more knowing that there's someone there, because I can just spread my wings a bit further and I can do try that thing out for the first time knowing that there's someone there. And rarely, if ever, I'm trying to think if they've ever actually had to catch me, and I've always been able to catch myself on the way down if something hasn't towed so far today. However, I always achieve more with a spotter. And so I encourage you to just think about what we said last week about the priorities and living in priorities, and to think about who would be there if you fell. And have you contacted them recently? Have you spoken to them? Have you reached out to them? Have you spent any time with them? And if not, it might be worth just popping them a message. A couple of weeks ago I had a disagreement with my bloke, and it was a minor one. I mean, I'm so blessed that we just seem to work well together, and that we have mutual respect. We both like our own space, we both like doing our own thing, we both like being with our own friends, and we both like being together, and we both like sharing space together, sometimes not even talking, which is so lovely. For me, my day job is to speak, and so to have someone who I can just be with in the evenings is wonderful. And luckily he adores my goddesses, my putty cats, so much. My gods and goddesses, my putty cats. However, we did have a disagreement, and I wanted to get a balanced view on it, and I wanted to just say, see whether it was that, was it me, and was it something that I needed to change my opinion on? Was it him? Not was it him as in, blaming him, but just, was I being unreasonable? Was I being unreasonable because what he was doing was what he was doing? And it's so rare for us to have that bump in the road that it shocked me a little bit. And so I wound up going off to see my mum and having a long conversation with my mum. And the next day, after we'd sorted it out, but I'd reached out to a friend and she wasn't available at the time. And the next day I went and had coffee with her, and because I'd already sorted it out with him, because it was a minor bump in the road, for which I'm very grateful. There was a minor bump in the road because I do love him being in my space. I really do, and I'm very grateful for every minute I spend with him because he is wonderful. And and so I went to go and see my friend the following afternoon for a coffee that we'd already arranged. He'd gone off to see his family, my bloke, and which is normal than what happens. And and I was so grateful to just be able to be with her and just laugh about it and just say, well, we could be sorted it out, and laugh, and to just find the humour in the situation, and to spend time, and it was really, really, really wonderful. And I am so grateful that both my mum and my friend were there. So grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful. So and I know that had that situation happened 15 years ago, I probably couldn't have contacted them at that time of night, because I hadn't strength, even though they were both in my life, obviously my mum, but my friend's been in my life since I was 3. 3 years old, I've known her. And our relationship over the years we've both gone in different directions and come back, and she's always been there, and she's always been amazing. And 15, 20 years ago, I was so focused on my career that she wasn't in my life. And I don't know who I would have contacted because I hadn't put that friendship first. And so I encourage you, and that was my deal, and that's where I'm at. So yeah, just sharing that story with you. I'm very grateful that it was a minor bump in the road with a bloke. I'm very grateful that I had friends and family to turn to and just to talk about it. And I'm very grateful that we got it all sorted out and we had a giggle and a laugh, and I'm grateful for them in my life. Just getting rid of lots of cat hair. She's here. So just I encourage you, if you haven't reached out to those who are important to you recently, I encourage you just to do so, because we all get busy and we all have stuff to do, and there are times in our life when we have busier times and there are times in our life where we have quieter times. But do you know what? Having someone to catch us if we fall is a really powerful part of being in a human relationship, because we all need a support network, whatever that looks like. We all do. So that's my message for today. So that's my message for today with love. So sending you a massive hug of love. If you are wanting help to change, to bring the balance back in your life, if you're wanting help with tools and techniques to do that, and to start just looking at your life in a different way, and to start putting your priorities first, if you're looking for help to manifest your dreams, wishes and goals whilst honouring your priorities and honouring those who you love and having time for them, then please contact me, because I would so love to help you. So just drop me an email on kate@mynaturalhappiness.com. So with so much love from me and the Puddy Cat, goddess, wishing you the most amazing week. With so much love, Kate, mynaturalhappiness.com, creator of the Seeds of Change program to help you go from hamster wheel to happiness. Have the most amazing week. Lots of love.